Uncertainty is pervasive, but cybersecurity remains critical. Ransomware attacks are continuing. The situation is only going to get worse. Omdia expects a growing cybersecurity divide between the cyber resilient and the cyber vulnerable over the next decade. The malicious use of AI will raise threat levels even higher. Technology deficits will increase and IT budgets will struggle to keep pace. We need to shift our approach to cybersecurity. There's going to be 5 key trends that will be prominent this year and beyond that will create opportunities to help narrow this divide. The first is a new dimension is emerging where vendors are evolving their platforms, shifting from being primarily reactive to being more proactive and predictive to prevent future threats with AI and automation. Platform adoption will play a key role. Hollie, this is a good segue into the second trend.
Yeah, and I think it does beg the question, Matt, do you go for a point product or a larger platform? There are so many technologies that are emerging with new capabilities, but at the same time, as startups are innovating, platform players are launching these same capabilities as a module or a feature of their platform. So organizations have a huge amount of choice, and we find that some have 20, upwards of 20, some have 50 different products that they're using for cybersecurity, and it really becomes unmanageable. So consolidation makes sense, but it's not simple. There's a lot of reasons why organizations might not want to consolidate. It could be high cost, it could be worries around vendor lock-in, but the larger platform players are recognizing this, understanding that organizations are more likely to go for a multi-platform approach. So integration is really key, and especially integration between the actual platform modules and capabilities, being able to help with speed and ease of use, which is really important in the SecOps domain. And we've seen AI as a really key kind of theme here.
Yeah, you cannot have a conversation without AI being front and center, whether it's co-pilots and agents for productivity or autonomous taxis. It's becoming pervasive. Many organizations that we see and we talk to are taking an AI first strategy to transform their operations. But there's going to be a lot of unintended consequences from AI sprawl. The risk is people are going to be overwhelmed with new attack surfaces. But there's also a lot of opportunities around securing AI, not just AI for security. Restoring visibility and control will be critical, especially from a compliance perspective. And Hollie, I guess that leads us into the third trend.
Yeah, and compliance is increasingly kind of standing out in conversations. It's a really big purchasing driver for organizations as well. In my area, OT and IoT cybersecurity, there's been so much movement in the regulatory landscape in the last 5 years or so. But it does mean it's really complex. So organizations might be operating in different regions. So then they're having to adhere to a wide range of regulatory requirements. And some of these are only just emerging. So it's kind of like a waiting game for organizations to understand exactly what they need to do and when. So the best thing to do, I think, is get proactive, get ahead of the game, look to the widest adopted industry standards, which can really help. But vendors are also kind of productizing this. So that both from a product security and a cybersecurity point of view, there are a lot of technologies that either map to regulation directly, or they can be used to meet a specific regulatory requirement. But of course, not everyone has the skills in this space, given the complexity. And you'll be able to tell us more about this, but it's an area where channel partners, I think, can really provide value with support and expertise.
Yeah, absolutely. Over 90% of all cybersecurity spending is to, through, and with partners. No other sector in the IT industry is so dependent on the channel. While vendors can have the best technology, if they don't have an appropriate channel strategy or an optimized channel strategy, chances are they're going to fail in terms of capitalizing on all those opportunities. But partner strategies are evolving through ecosystem expansion, recognizing different and diverse business partner models, capitalizing on fast growing routes to market like marketplaces, and also how vendors are quantifying the partner opportunity with multipliers. Back to you, Hollie.
Yeah, so I think for sure there's no lack of opportunity in this space. So I just want to thank everyone for listening, and please get in touch to discuss any of these in more depth.